Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and man, I feel like Steam's been low-key cooking recently with some of the deals they've been running, because I gotta go over another historic low game deal that I think is absolutely fantastic. We have another entry in this franchise coming out this year, and it's of an iconic series that I am a big fan of. I think it's a series that a lot of people should show some love to, even if you didn't grow up watching it. The games have been pretty good, so we'll talk about that. Couple of other historic lows as well. I'll round out the video with one of them ending tomorrow, so you want to jump on that as soon as possible. But right off the bat, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition is at 90% off for $4.99. You guys, this deal is insane. This is the complete edition that includes Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. These are the turn-based JRPG iterations of Digimon games, and it's different from, let's say, a Digimon Survive or a Digimon World Next Order, which we'll get to in a second. This is very much akin to your creature collecting, story-driven turn-based JRPG, and it's very well done. Now, they had to cut corners in some areas. These games didn't have immense budgets attached to them. They don't have English voice acting, which the next title, Digimon Story Time Stranger, will have, which I really hope that game elevates the interest in Digimon games. I think they have an opportunity to do that, and I think, you know, people are a little bit down on Pokemon these days, and I think it's an opportunity for Digimon to not become as big as Pokemon, but to cultivate its own audience. I think it absolutely has a chance to do that later this year. With engaging storylines, classic turn-based battles, and tons of Digimons to collect, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition delivers everything fans loved about Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, all in one package. Get the full experience with the Complete Edition, which includes both titles. Become a cyber detective or a powerful hacker to solve diabolical Digi-mysteries. Embark on a thrilling adventure featuring more than 300 Digimon. Build an all-star Digimon team. Now, I will say the game can get kind of grindy, and it has a lot of reused content in terms of areas, and obviously the Digimon and everything like that. I mean, that you're just gonna naturally have that in a sequel, and Hacker's Memory does add more Digimon. I love these games, but I should be transparent. I've been a lifelong Digimon fan. You guys, I literally have a Terriermon hoodie that I regularly wear to the gym. I am Digimon pilled to the Maximus, and I've played almost every Digimon game that's ever come out, so yes, there's obviously gonna be a bit of a bias attached to it, and I've always been a bigger Digimon fan than I have been a Pokemon fan. To give you guys how much of a Digimon, like, nut I am, I also have, like, Digimon Frontier's opening song downloaded on my phone, the English version. Like, yo, I love Digimon. I cannot reiterate how much I love Digimon. It's just one of those franchises that probably until the day I die, it was a huge part of my childhood, and it's still a big part of me today. So, you know, love Digimon, love that it's in the forefront a little bit, because I gotta be real, as a Digimon fanboy, there were hard times. There were hard times pre-Cyber Story coming out, Cyber Sleuth, excuse me, coming out, and for a long time I was just like, man, probably should just chalk it up as an L. After, like, you had to deal with a Digimon Data Squad, bro, I was like, yeah, GG, no re. It's over for us Digimon guys out there, but you did have the great Digimon games on the Nintendo DS, but it's nice to see the franchise at least back in the forefront to an extent, and yeah, this is a fantastic deal, $4.99, and like I said, even if you're not the biggest fan of Digimon, if you like turn-based RPGs, if you like the creature collecting aspect, I mean, how can you not look at Agumon and him evolving into War Greymon and thinking that dude's not buff, even if you're not a big Digimon fan? How can you not look at something like Omnimon, or, you know, all of the great, I feel like the Digimon's got better art style than Pokemon as well. How about that one? How about that one? But yeah, Pokemon these days kind of you know, under fire, at least, you know, for a large portion of people with everything going on with Nintendo and Pocket Bear, but nonetheless, Digimon can exist on its own, and it's an incredible IP. Cannot wait for Time Stranger, and if you want a little bit of a harbinger of things to come with that game, check out Cyber Sleuth, a complete edition, $4.99, again, a bargain, highway robbery, whatever you want to say. It's a phenomenal deal. I will also say Digimon World Next Order is on sale for $9.59. Not exactly the Digimon title that I gravitated towards as much as Cyber Sleuth, but still a decent little game, a little bit of a throwback here. The digital world has run rampant with Machinedramon and is now in a state of utter chaos. As a Digi-Destined, it's up to you to restore order to the world in Digimon World Next Order, a monster collecting RPG. Find and recruit as many faithful Digimon companions as possible to rebuild the digital world. Will you be able to balance both training and exploration to stop the virus-infected Digimon from causing complete destruction? Endlessly engaging fun, take care of Digimon, build a thriving town, and evolved AI battle system. The issue with this game initially is it had a delayed release on PC, came out like years after the PlayStation release, and it came out at $60. Like, they were absolutely on the good stuff when they decided to price this game at $60. $9.59 on the other hand, I actually do think it's quite a good pickup, and I think you guys will end up having a good time if you are a Digimon fan. This is the game that I would really recommend for only fans. Cyber Sleuth, I think non-fans can get into it. This one only for the fans, and yeah, $9.59 though, I do think is a pretty good price. And like I said, Time Stranger, the next main Digimon story title, is scheduled for a release this year. We got a gameplay trailer at the last PlayStation State of Play thing. It looks great. It's going to be a $70 game, I believe, and it is going to have full English voice acting, and it's going to be much bigger budget than Cyber Sleuth, so keep that in mind, but exciting times ahead. Speaking of creature collectors, Nexomon Extinction, another game at a historic low, $1.99 on this. You know, this is a game that gets lost in the shuffle when you talk about the creature collectors, but it's a fairly good one, and it's been received rather well. 2,800 reviews, 92% positive, a return to classic monster catching games complete with a brand new story, eccentric characters, and over 300 unique Nexomon to trap and tame. The world is on the brink of extinction as mighty tyrant Nexomon fight for dominion over humans and monsters. Join the Tamers Guild and begin an epic journey to restore balance before all hope is lost. $1.99 on this, definitely a worthwhile pickup there, and another super cheap game, so check that out. Inversion is $1.49. I remember when this game came out, and this was done by Saber Interactive, and, you know, they worked on, like, Warhammer 40k Space Marine too, so a throwback game from Saber. Don't just defy gravity, command and take on the role of a young father and husband, Davis Russell, who finds himself thrust into war when his peaceful city is invaded by an unknown enemy. With his daughter missing and conventional weapons and tactics all but useless, this ordinary cop and his partner Leo Delgado will rise up to heed the call of duty, master the fundamental forces of gravity, and save the world. $1.49 on that. Next up, if you're into point-and-click adventure games, Kathy Rain is down to just 99 cents. Set in the 90s, Kathy Rain tells the story of a strong-willed journalism major who has come to terms with her troubled past as she investigates the mysterious death of her recently deceased grandfather. Very positive reception on this one, 93% positive across 1,666 reviews. You know, narrative-driven game to check out there for 99 cents. And lastly, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, final opportunity to get this at a historic low price, 80% off for $13.99, one of the worst PC ports of all time, but at this price point, I do think it's a decent pickup. You know, it's wild how bad of a PC port it is, and how much I love this game, because, you know, I'm not even joking, you guys, this might be one of my favorite video games of all time. Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch in terms of, you know, I say Red Dead 2 is one of my favorite video games of all time. Red Dead 2 is among, like, my top 3. I wouldn't put Jedi Survivor among my top 3, but Jedi Survivor might sneak into my top 20, and that's still, I feel, with all the video games I've played, a pretty high remark, and I love Jedi Survivor. I thought this was a great game. I thought it was far better than Jedi Fallen Order, and I liked Fallen Order, but you got a much better map. I love the story in this game, and I thought we got real cooking in the second half of the game. I thought some of the twists and turns at the end were really well done, and narratively, I'm really curious how they execute with the third game, because I think there's a lot of directions they can go, and I think they could even continue after Jedi, the third Jedi game, with a new story, but kind of pick it up where the third game will leave off. But that's a ways into the future. Let's just hope they do a good job with the third game. But Jedi Survivor for $14. Great pickup there. And I'm also excited for Zero Company. I was about to say I forgot the name. But Zero Company, I think that could be a sleeper, you guys. Maybe I'm a little bit too optimistic because of how much I like the Jedi games. But I think that could be a pretty cool tactics title. So hopefully that turns out well as well. In 26, I believe it's set to come out. But Jedi Survivor, $14. You got another day to pick that up. But that'll do it for me. Again, mainly wanted to highlight that Digimon story deal. I think that deal is phenomenal, and just show some love. Add Time Stranger to your wish list. I think that game's gonna be great, but obviously, you know, there's a orders of magnitude difference of spending $5 versus spending, you know, 60, 70, so totally understand that. But check out Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition, Digimon World Next Order, Nexomon Extinction, Inversion, Kathy Rain, Jedi Survivor, some great deals all around. Links to everything, as always, will be in the description box below. Seems like you guys have been enjoying the coverage of all of the deals we've been doing. I've been making a lot of deals videos recently, but there's a lot of deals to go around. And remember, we're only about 6 weeks away from the summer sale, you guys. That's going to be here before you know it, and that's always a fun time to cover. So, a lot to be excited for. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.